Good morning, everyone. So, today is another week, the start of another week for a lot of people because yesterday was Labor Day. A lot of people had some time off. So, today I'm in a new location for this recording and short prayer. I'm actually still at home at the moment because guess what, folks? I'm not at the hospital. Can you believe it? I graduated clinical pastoral education, the 1 year resident chaplain residency program, and you know, Friday morning was my last day because I worked overnight, and now it's really starting to sink in that wow, I'm not going to the hospital at all this week. Isn't that crazy? So it actually feels like I'm getting a little more space in my life so that I could focus on, being at seminary full time and seeing what else happens with that. I am going to be working at the hospital part time though. Isn't that great? Yay! My first job outside the army. Yay! I'm happy about that. But that's not this week. So I don't know what's going on with you, what things you might be thinking about, what things you might be celebrating, what milestones you've achieved. Maybe it's good to just take some time to consider our lives, consider how far we've come, consider where we're headed. And I guess these are the thoughts that I'd like to leave you with this morning. So, right now, I have a tea, and it's in my Navy cup because, you know, it takes all of us to make this work, right? Not just Army. Go Army, beat Navy. No, I'm a supporter of all, and I had some dear friends that were in the Navy. So, anyway, that's just the cup I grabbed today. Um, but what cup are you sipping from today? Like, what kind of day and week will you have? I told my kids, have a good day as they were leaving for school, and they mumbled, and I am in the camp that our mindset about things does influence, you know, our perspective about things does matter. So today, I'm choosing to just be present today, make the most of my day, and show up. See what happens, see what God has in store. Will you do that too today? All right, let's pray. I don't know what's on your mind and heart. Um, for me, right now, we're in Central Texas, so the middle of the day for sure will bring 100 degrees and up, more than likely. But right now, at this time, and it's a little past 7 a.m., it feels glorious to me. So, um, here's to just enjoying the season. Yeah. Okay. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much that you want to hear from us. Thank you so much that you're the kind of God that wants to know us, wants to have communication with us, wants to have a relationship with us. Um, I'm reading about church history, um, and I'm reading that uh, stories of martyrs, people who were proud to be called Christian and willingly gave up their life to usually a horrible death to be called Christian, to that others would know that they would not back away from the truth of you. And I think about that because I think about us today, at least us here in America, Western culture today. We have a bit more freedom. So, in a way, so we don't, no one's being martyred for their faith here, but there are people that are around the world. And so I just think about that. And I ask God that you would help us who are here living in this particular freedom at this moment in time. Would you help us to be faithful to what that means? To remember that this came at a great cost for others, so many others, and to not take it as lightly as we often do. Um, I had, I mean, I kind of knew, but just it's dawning on me the more I read about history, um, and the lives of faithful people, courageous people, and I'm thinking about, I can't help but think about myself and the world today, and I wonder, what, wait, what, what am I doing? What kind of life am I leading? And I don't know. I don't have any decisions or thoughts or plans. I'm just noticing this and I'm lifting it up to you. And I'm asking you, God, to help me and us to be more aware of who we are, our history as people who are choosing to trust in you, choosing to follow you, choosing to believe in you. Lord, help us to grow our faith. Help us to grow, be a good witness, not just in words, but in our deeds and actions. Lord, may we be people that are speaking up for the voiceless. May we be people who are attentive to others and to you and what you're doing in the world and in our lives and in our heart. I guess I'm thinking about this also because this week I'll be attending a conference called Compassion and Justice Conference up in Dallas. And they're talking about several different topics. Um, Immigration, hunger, indigenous peoples, racial justice. And these are all topics that I believe that you and your word have taken action in various ways. I just want to be more like you. Lord, I pray, God, that you would help us to be more like you, to have eyes that see what you see, ears that hear the things that you hear with, with the mindset of you. We hear lots of things in the world, but God, give us ears to hear your truth, to be your light and influence in the world. These are just some of my thoughts, but I pray, God, that any person that's listening to these prayers, God, that they would spend time to just be with you and to consider what it is that you uniquely are trying to say to them. What uniquely you're getting their attention, trying to get their attention in and about. God, I ask for this space and time and your presence, your spirit to be in our lives, moving, um, living, active, sharper than a two-edged sword. May you reign supreme in our lives, in our mind, in our heart, God. We ask for these things in your most holy and precious name. Amen. Blessings to you today and this week. until we meet again. And let me know what you're praying about, so I can keep that in my mind, that God's Spirit may lead me to pray for you